I'm doing, man, fuck these planets in retrograde. I think I'm about to lose it, and I'm really going through it. Don't know what I think I'm proving, but I'm stuck in the past when I said I wasn't proven. Please don't fade away. I know that I made a million mistakes, but you're so far inside my heart tonight, and I'm hoping you feel the same. I'm not saying that it be fake, but all these feelings can't be fake.
Yeah, let me do like an audio test level. Why don't you say something?
Dick.
Give me like one of your verses. So you can control your audio levels. You do not have a song that goes like that. Don't lie to me.
Look at me now. We gotta figure this out. We gotta think about each other and then nobody else. And
okay. Cool. All right. So you can choose to either look at me or the camera. That's your camera.
No, I'm gonna look at you.
Okay, cool.
It's just weird to look at the camera the whole time.
Yeah, that's true. Isn't that what we both do for a living though?
Yeah.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. Today we have special guest Cameron Phillip.
Hello.
Hi. So Cameron and I are here in Los Angeles.
Yes.
For a meet and greet event.
Yes.
It was a meet and greet for me.
Yes.
And some other people that we're not going to mention on this podcast because they don't need any more promotion than I do. Yeah. Fuck no.
Bunch of losers, honestly.
If they want promo, they can be on the podcast like you.
Yeah.
Because that's what I wanted to do for you. Mm-hmm. I wanted to promo you.
Oh my God.
Because I listened to your album.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to your... Would you consider it a rap album?
I guess I rap on it, but it's kind of like...
What would you call it?
Oh, I don't know. Music. I don't really know.
Yes, we're here to promote his music album.
Yeah, I don't know. What would you call it? It's a bunch of stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I mean... Okay, we can talk about it later. I was about to talk about what I felt when I was listening to it. But yeah, Cameron released... When did you actually release this?
February 16th.
Okay, so I heard this way later.
Yes.
I heard this maybe like a month ago.
Yes. I mean, it came out like 2.5 months ago. Yeah, so you weren't too late.
Yeah, but ironically, I actually heard this when I was in Canada.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I forget what it was. I was on a bus in Canada and I was like...
Just for fun or what?
No, I was visiting... Do you know the YouTube channel React to the K?
I do.
Yeah, I was visiting them. I was shooting a music video for them in New York. Mm-hmm. So it was... They don't live in New York. They live in like Rochester. So there's like no direct flight there.
Yeah.
So I would have to fly to JFK and then bus to Rochester. Mm-hmm. That was going to be like $500-$600. Yeah. But I flew in through Toronto. Mm-hmm. Took a bus from Toronto to Rochester. Yeah. And that was like $300. So it was cheaper. So I was passing through Toronto, and for some reason, I forget why, I was just like, I wonder how Cam's doing.
Oh my God.
I'm just gonna like randomly stalk his Twitter page.
That's sweet of you.
And then in your bio, I think it's in your bio, you link to the album, or you mentioned the album or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, he put out an album? Because I knew that you did music. Yeah. And I've seen some of the stuff that you've put out.
Yes.
And that's with anyone. Like I've seen some of Kenny stuff.
Yes.
Salvi stuff. Yeah. And because I always want to support people, but I was like, oh, okay, I'll check this out. Yep. But and this is no insult to anybody else.
Okay.
When I say this, I'm not trying to start beef.
Okay.
But listening to your album, I was stunned. Like the first song I listened to on the album was it was the one you performed today, Fade Away. Yeah. Because I don't know if on Apple Music it listed as the title track. Yeah. But is it the first track on the album or is it not?
It's the second one. There's like the intro and then it's that one.
Okay,
it's
that's
like
why.
The title
okay,
track.
So I listened to the intro and then I listened to Fade Away.
Yeah.
So Fade Away is like the actual first song I listened to. Yeah. And I was like, oh, what the hell is it? Like the moment I listened to it, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna listen to it anymore because I actually want to like do a reaction to this. I was like, this is good. Mm-hmm. And then I think it was only like 5 minutes. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna listen to it. I was like, I'll listen to one more song. Yeah. I'll listen to one more song. And I chose a song at random, which happened to be Listen to Me.
Yeah.
And I love that song. Mm-hmm. And I'm not here to like, okay, this is a random thing to bring up, but I played that song on a stream and someone told me that majority of people liked it. There was one person who was like, oh, it's a little too repetitive for me.
Yes,
but like for me, I actually liked how repetitive it was, but I like how it escalates.
It's supposed to be repetitive, but each time it's like gets a little more aggressive.
Right. I'm like, that's the point. It's supposed to be repetitive. It's not like I feel like when songs are repetitive, people usually mean it's lazy, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's boring. But like, I feel like that song takes you on like this very visceral, emotional journey. Yeah. So I wanted to like promo Cameron's album because when I say, so I'm going to say what I was going to say earlier. When I say I did not expect a rap album to be good from a YouTuber. That is not an insult to anybody else. But, you know, there are a lot of YouTubers who have tried to do music. Right? I don't know if anyone has ever successfully transitioned. Maybe Justin Bieber. But Justin Bieber just started out on YouTube. He was never a YouTuber, right? But I was like, this is a quality album. Like, I feel like and even I'll say like your older stuff too. There is a level of like homemade production value to it that you always hear. Like I really like that one song that Kenny made. What's it called? It was called, I think it was called Kimchi, maybe. And you know, I like it, but I thought there was a homemade value to it. As with a lot of, I feel like YouTube music. But yours felt like clean. And like properly mixed, mastered. And it was almost like
I made sure it was.
It was almost like there was a studio backing behind it. First of all, was it independent?
Like I like all the songs I either like produced or like co-produced or worked with like a different producer on it. And then I would mix it, and then I would go to I have I guess it goes to a studio. Like it's my friend, his name's Kyle, and he's like a professional sound engineer. Right. So I went to him to make sure everything was like super crisp and like super. We just went through the whole album. Like the album took like, I don't know, like a year and a half to make.
A year and a half.
Yeah. So it took a long time between like producing the music and writing the music.
And you also quit doing, not quit, you took a big back step doing YouTube videos to produce the album, right?
Yeah. Well, like I love doing music so much more than the YouTube stuff. So even now, I just like, I focus way more on music than YouTube. But I mean, I still love doing YouTube, obviously. But music's just so much more fun.
Because I mean, you used to do like reactions and stuff.
I stopped doing those a little bit while ago.
And I remember, I think I saw a video of you talking about it. And you said you were stepping away from doing reactions to focus more on music.
Well, just on my YouTube channel in general, I don't like, you can only be so creative with reaction videos. I mean, there's so much more stuff that I want to do on the channel that's like a lot more fun. And it's good because like, I mean, sometimes I think people do that and then they kind of, it doesn't work sometimes. Like people are only there for the reactions and they're not as interested in the original stuff. Right. But I don't know. I feel like I'm very lucky that people
made a good transition, I think.
People seem to really enjoy all the other stuff, like even more than the reactions. So it's good.
I think you made a good transition. I mean, I had DK on the podcast some time ago, and you know, we were talking about them transitioning out of reactions and them doing well.
They did it so well.
They did well too. And not everyone can transition out of that thing. But I actually wanted to ask you, so before when you did music, you had a different rapper name. And this is why I was surprised by how serious this album was. Because your rapper name,
it's gone. It was gone now.
Was Bukkake. Yes.
It was because when I first started rapping, it was to make fun of this one dude who was from my area, and he was a rapper, and he was so bad at it, but he acted so good, and he was just the worst human.
But why the name Bukkake?
Okay, well,
first of all, it was a play on of the word bukkake, right?
Yes.
But you spelled it boo and cocky, like COCKY.
Yeah.
So why Bukkake?
Okay, it's the dumbest thing of all time. We were, oh my god. This girl that we went to school with, she got into porn, and
wow, this story just like took a huge.
I don't know if you want me to talk about it. No, if you want the origin story or not.
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying it.
She was in that category. And it was around the same time where I tried rapping, and I just decided that was the name, just to be. It was because I started as a complete joke. So, and then eventually when I started making more serious music, I was like, I can't have this dumbass name.
Yeah. So then you went just with Cameron Phillip.
My name, yeah.
So then why your name and not a different moniker?
Cause I don't know. Well, I didn't want to think of a new name. Also, I just wanted to just be myself, you know. Like the album's very much, you know.
So you would say the album is very much an identity of yourself.
Yeah. So I wanted it just to be myself, just me. You know? So.
But I mean, you're not like still entirely serious, because first of all, I feel like when people know you, outside of like the serious music, based on like, let's say your YouTube content, they know you for being like, at least on camera. So I guess it depends on whether or not people know you. Because I was very surprised. I met you for the first time last year at KCON New York. Yeah. You were very extroverted on camera. Yes. And super hyper. Yes. And super loud. Yes. In fact, you scream.
I do sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
In fact, earlier you like moaned into my ear. I forget what happened.
Sounds like me. Yeah.
But in person, you're a lot more quiet.
Yes.
You're a lot more reserved.
Yes.
And I feel like you don't initiate conversation.
No, never.
Yeah. And like I consciously noticed that, and I was like consciously, I guess, talking to you. Yes. Yeah, because I was like, this guy's not going to talk unless he is spoken to. It's true. You know? Yeah. So Cameron is actually like a lot more shy and reserved.
I use all my energy on camera. Like it's still me. It's just a very like energetic version of myself. And like everywhere else, I just don't. I mean, I don't in real life. I guess outside of videos, I don't really like just talking to people or just.
Oh, I don't
like going out or anything. I have a few friends, and I just don't like talking to anybody else.
So, what would you say is closer to your persona more than like what you're like? What you're like in person?
Yeah, in person, way more.
So you're a lot more tame and reserved.
Yeah.
Then where did the whole YouTube personality come from?
I have no clue. I don't even know. I just like it's like fun, and it's a fun way to just like, I guess, be outgoing and creative and just be like a very like energetic version of myself.
Yeah. So it's not a fake you. It's just a part of you, but it's not like the main you.
No, yeah. It would, because people no one would watch if I was just my reserved self.
Your reserved self all the time.
They would not be entertaining videos.
That's true.
Yeah.
So then I actually have a question. With the album, did you like, because you got it mixed and mastered and all that.
Yeah.
Did you pour your own money into it?
Yeah, that cost.
Yeah.
But I mean, not to flex. We've been.
Hold on. Are you gonna say, before you say that? I did see a tweet, and you talked about getting paid for the first time. Like, not a lot, but getting paid a decent amount for your own music.
Like, it was the first like, it was February's paycheck from like releasing the album, so it was only like a couple weeks. But I was so like, I don't know, surprised, and it was so cool. Like, I've been. Like, obviously, like, I make money from YouTube. It's a nice source of income, and it's a lot of fun. But like, to get paid for the music after
the work
spending
of art,
years on it and spending so much of my own money and my own time on it, it was like, to like make that money back and then some. It was like so cool.
So did you make the money back on the album?
Like,
all right, okay.
It was cool. It was so surprising, and I was just like, I couldn't believe it.
But. So then, I think a lot of people have this question.
Yeah.
And I have this question. I know how it works for at least mainstream artists, how they make money from making music, but I'm actually curious about, are you with a label or not?
No, I don't.
You're independent, right?
Yeah.
So how do you make money on music? So you said, obviously you don't have to talk about, how much you made or anything like that, but how do you actually make money from, like, I think people are confused by like views or actually purchasing it or streaming or whatever. So like, what's the best way people could support you, etc.?
The best way to make money is when people buy the song on iTunes, because they're buying the song. Streaming is like streaming, you have to get a lot of streams to actually get some income. So, but that's like the reality of it. Like, most people just do streaming. Like, I do streaming. It's just easier to do that.
How many streams?
Like, how many streams makes you money?
Yeah, or like a decent amount of money.
Like, I don't know how to, like, if you have like 400,000 streams or 500,000 streams, that'll make you like a couple $1,000 a month.
A couple $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Okay, you heard him, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
don't just stream music videos. Stream Cameron's music.
Yes. And then yeah, like I said, buying it is the best. But I mean, people don't have to buy stuff.
So then you made all that money back just from people streaming and
from the first from the first 2 weeks of the stuff. So like I guess I still have all the rest of time to make more
money off of it,
which is cool. So
but still, that means a lot of people must have listened to it.
Yeah, I was really surprised today. Like I expected a lot of people to be like, "Oh, like I love your, BTS dubs and like I love your videos, all this stuff." But like so many people were like, "Oh, your music like really helped me, and like your music is blah blah blah, your music." Yeah. So I don't know, that was really cool. I didn't expect that. Yeah,
for the meet and greet. So Cameron was a special guest at the meet and greet, and Cameron performed his music at the meet and greet.
Yes.
And Cameron performed the title track, Fade Away, and you also did a twice remix, What is Love remix.
Yes.
But I tweeted about that, Cameron's going to be performing.
Yes.
And I actually got several tweets of people saying, could you please tell Cameron like to perform this song? It really means a lot to my sister. Or like, could you tell him to perform this song?
Yeah.
I mean, you only released this album, like you said, in February, right?
Yes.
So like 2-3 months ago.
Yeah.
And already people are like really passionate about the album.
They are. It's really cool.
Yeah. So how does it make you feel to like actually, so this was your first performance, right? Your live performance after this album came out?
Yeah.
I think that's what they said.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So how does it actually feel? Because like I think people were like, there were a lot of people there that actually just wanted to see you perform, and not just for the meet and greet.
Yeah, I think so.
So like, how does that make you feel? Like actually,
I thought it was really cool. Like I don't know, I think that's really cool. I would love to do a tour or like and play shows.
Shit. Yeah.
Play live shows and like just actually be able to like properly perform and properly have like a concert and all that stuff. Because people like I get tweets and stuff. That would be cool, but they haven't talked to me, so I don't know. But
let's make it out.
I would love to do that. People are always like, can you go on tour, do this? But it's like I can never gauge how many people would actually come to different places.
Right.
Like I know there's a decent amount of people that listen to my music all over the place, but to get them all in one specific spot, like today, is probably just hard. So
yeah. I mean, there was the whole conversation about this event where like we don't have final numbers yet, but it was like what, 500 or something?
It was like a little more than 500.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah. But like, that it required how many YouTubers to pull together 500?
A lot of people.
I think even if it was just Dre, couldn't have hit that number. Even if it was just me or DK, I think we all had to be together. So definitely, it's not easy. Trying to do that.
Definitely.
Yeah, and like going on tour is not cheap.
No, definitely.
Yeah, and you would have to probably fund that out of pocket, right?
Yeah, unless I could find sponsors.
Yeah, sponsors or Kickstarted. I mean, I've seen YouTubers kickstart tours before.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do that. But
would you ever do like a fundraiser
to go on tour
for any kind of project for yourself?
No, because I have enough money to do stuff. Okay. I don't, but like I don't feel like I deserve to ask people for money when I'm making enough money to live.
Oh, what's that like? That must be nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to flex.
You're not trying to flex, but you are.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
I'm sorry. I make enough money to live life, which is good. I guess that's nice. So I wouldn't want to do a Kickstarter. Like I don't want to be like, even if it would help. But like I just feel like there's more people who need money, and so I don't. Yeah.
Wow, Cameron, so humble, but also apparently so filthy rich, rolling in
I'm
money.
not filthy rich. I said I can live. I'm able to live a decent life.
So
I can feed my cats. That's all that matters.
You have cats?
4 of them, yes.
Holy crap! Do you live alone?
Yes.
You live alone with 4 cats?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It is nice.
It is nice?
It is wonderful. Yeah, I couldn't picture a better life.
Oh, living alone with 4 cats?
Yes, absolutely. Well,
so I had to wait to listen to the rest of your album because I wanted to do like a full reaction for it and upload a video for it because I want to push this down people's throats as much as possible. Sweet of you. Yeah, so I'm finally going to be getting like my editor back in like this week. So it should be coming out within the next week or two, or I wanted to maybe time it with releasing this so people can see it.
That would be cool.
Yeah, but so like I just listened to the full album.
Yes.
Maybe like a few days ago, so I haven't checked your channel. But have you released any music videos for the songs?
No, not yet. Cause like
Why not?
Well, I've been planning one for a very long time, and I don't want to release a music video unless it's like so fucking sick. Like it needs to be so sick. And I have like people who are interested in like in like producing it and all this stuff, funding it and everything. So I just have to get it all together. But and like I have the whole idea and everything, and me and my friend, like my best friend Lucas, he's in the movie business, and he does like production design and things like that. So he helps me out usually, but we've been planning the music video. So yeah, and plus, yeah, I wouldn't want to do something unless it was awesome.
Can you say which song you would want to do it for?
Yeah, it's the one that we're planning for is Reflection.
Reflection?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So not the title track?
No, because I did like a really good lyric video for the title track. So I feel like that's good enough. I mean, and the idea for the song really matches the song that I wrote. So
So I do have a question.
Yeah.
And I just forgot it. The moment I said I do have a question, I just forgot it.
Tough one.
Oh fuck, I forgot.
It was about the songs, about the music video.
Oh, it was okay. It was about the song. So personally, what's your favorite song off your album?
Pretender.
Pretender?
Yeah,
Why?
it's the fourth one. I just love it. I love the story I wrote. Like all the songs are like true, you know. So that song's really, I don't know, really cool to me, because it's like, I don't know how to explain why I like it so much. I love the way it sounds. I like how it's like very rock heavy, and it's very passionate, and I don't know. It's like it tells a really good story. I like when songs tell a really good story. I think I told a good story with that one. So
then I actually want to talk about your style and your influences, because again, I liked Fade Away, but Listen to Me was the one where I was like, what the fuck is this? I feel like your style is how do I describe this? I feel like it's such a weird combination of both American rap and Korean rap. I feel like I don't know if that was intentional, but I feel like your flow, or like at least like, I don't know, the linguistic flow, it has like the fluidity that K-pop has. Like honestly, people don't kill me when I say this. Listening to it, I was like, I could hear like RM producing something like this, like for a mixtape, or like I was almost like I could see like, I feel like RM especially, he doesn't rap like a typical rapper. Not just for like American music, but also for K-pop. I feel like even within BTS, because they have J-Hope, Suga, and RM. They all have such unique rapping styles.
Very different styles.
But I feel like RM is like, I don't know how to describe his style.
It's a very cool style.
But like that's kind of like the same feeling I got when I was like listening to your stuff, where it was like, I don't know, it kind of like the rapping kind of takes you on a journey. Like,
I don't know. It might be unintentionally, like, because I listen to so much like Korean rap. Like,
I mean, shit. Look at your tattoos. Like, you've
I
got 방탄소년단 on one arm. You got Moonchild on the hand.
I mean, like, so I guess the influence of just always listening to Korean music and stuff, and then I guess I don't know. I don't really know what. Like you said, it's hard to find a word to describe it. It's just kind of a lot of different things mixed in one.
Like, so like what? Let's say like, what are your influences when it comes to music? Not just like, oh, like what's your favorite group and stuff like that. I mean like who are you motivated by? Who are you moved by? Like I really love, I like things that just sound different and very like, you can feel so much emotion when you listen to the songs. But like when I'm writing, it's always like I write and I create way better music when I'm like feeling upset or so sad. I agree, because you can like I don't know, you can really put your emotion into the song. It's more personal that way. Definitely. So I don't know, well, as far as like artists or anything, I mean, I don't know, it's really hard to think about.
I think Korean hip hop, just some of the beats that people create are just like, I don't know. Do you ever listen to like Just Music label with like Swings and CJ?
Oh, Swings is under Just Music?
Yeah, Swings. Yeah, he's like the head of that label. So,
okay.
Genius No Chang, do you know him?
No, but
he's like my favorite producer, and then Giri Boy is an incredible producer.
Yeah.
So I think Korean hip hop, their type of music, their beats, I guess I could say that they influenced me a little bit because I don't know. I think their way of producing is so good.
Who's like your top favorite? Let's say, like, what would you lean more towards? Would you say you're a rapper, or would you say you're a singer, a musician?
Probably rapper. I do sing as sometimes in the album.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
I hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think rapping is my best suit.
Okay.
But I think like probably like just producing music is the most fun. But rapping is so much fun too, and I love it.
So then, who would you say is like your biggest role model when it comes to rapping?
Comes to rapping?
Yeah.
I would say probably it's hard. It's like I love BTS rap line, like, but I think Yoongi has such a tight flow. It's very interesting. And then like I could never rap like him, but Super B is such a really talented rapper.
Oh, interesting. I've never heard Super B stuff, but I know the name.
He's so good. Well, BY is like my favorite Korean hip hop rapper.
BY.
But I don't know what I would try to like. I try to influence myself on. I just try to sound like, I guess, a little more aggressive, I guess, when I rap.
Yeah. I do hear that. I mean, I don't want to keep talking about Listen to Me, but that's the thing that really stood out to me is like I think by the end of the song, it's almost like you're not even rapping. Yeah. You're just literally screaming into the mic, but there is an order to the chaos. Yeah. You know, like that's what I really liked. I felt like listening to it, it was very emotional, like borderline heartbreaking. Like I felt like Listen to Me is like almost like, it felt like listening to someone kind of going like crazy.
It's like, well, that song specifically is about like you're wanting to just die, and then you're trying to get people just to listen to you, and trying to get people to help you, but no one like cares.
Right. So, and it's so tragic. It sounds like your voice, your cry for help is getting larger and larger, but like you as a person is becoming smaller and smaller, and like you're becoming more drowned out the louder you get. It's a whole artistic babble type thing, but I'm just like super nerdy about this album in general, just because it's so good. I like music that speaks to me. I feel like if you like immediately just listening to it, I'm like, oh, this is a very personal album. It's just like, are you okay? Your arm is like super fucking red.
Oh, I know. I got sunburned.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm not used to being in the sun.
Speaking of not being used to the sun.
Yes.
You're from Canada.
Yes, I am.
Which I didn't know until obviously I met you last year and you talked about it. But you live alone, right?
Yeah, I live.
So
alone.
I just wanted to ask, just putting it out there.
Yes.
You know, after listening to the album.
Yes.
Are you okay? I listened to this album. I'm like, it's pretty dark.
It's like I've gone through different stages of like depression in my life. That one was more about I was in a relationship for 5.5 years with a girl, and then we broke up.
Wow.
And that was the time after it. So I was just not feeling good. So I wrote the album.
Wow.
So
and did you find it to be therapeutic for you?
It was definitely very helpful. There's nothing more helpful than just writing and making music and stuff. It's definitely the best thing to do for me when I'm feeling upset or sad. So I feel better now. Like we're like, the girl and I, we're still good friends and all that, and everything's really nice now. But it was just a tough time whenever you go through that, like a super long relationship. Like we started dating when she was 14, I was 15.
Wow.
And then we were like 20 when we broke up. So
wow, those are like formative years.
They are. Yeah. So you go through so much, and then you kind of like after that you haven't really, you're like, you don't really know who you are, you know, because you've been with that person growing up.
Exactly.
So you kind of have to figure out.
Search for your own identity.
So writing the stuff helps. And,
Because I wanted to make sure, because not to get all cheesy and gooey and all that, but I was really inspired by at the Billboard Music Awards. Drake, he said something when he was getting his acceptance speech. He was talking about like, you know, if you love and appreciate an artist, you know, you should tell them while they're still around, you know, you know, you should reach out, you know. I think Drake had a story about like something about reaching out to somebody because, you know, he could have just ignored it, but he didn't want to be that guy. He wanted to like just be better, so he reached out and stuff like that. And I saw your video recently about the homie one, the most recent one. With the whole anxiety thing. I didn't know you had anxiety for flying.
I really struggle.
Is that why you didn't come to KCON LA last year?
That's the thing, I went to the airport.
Wow.
I was all ready to go.
Wow.
And I was ready. I had my ticket and everything, and I had like the first panic attack of my life.
Oh my God.
I was like freaking out, and I was like, what's happening? So I went and just sat in my car for hours, and I just didn't go. And I was like, I can't believe that just happened. And then, so I haven't been on a flight since then, or I didn't even go on that flight. So coming here, I was like, okay, you gotta like just do it. And I did it, and it was okay, but it was very stressful.
So is it like a fear of flying, or is it something else?
I think it's just a fear of flying, honestly. Like it's the fear of not, like people they're very nice. They try to you're way more like
likely to die from a car accident.
They always say that stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, I know. It's the fact that I'm not in control, and that like I'm just riding in this plane. Like someone could just be like the pilot could just be like, all right, I'm not feeling it today. Like I'm just gonna kill us all. And I'm like,
oh my God,
that's just like a terrible fear I have, and I know it's like it's not gonna happen. But it's just this dumb fear.
Wow.
So
we have very different views on planes. I actually love flying.
You love flying?
Yeah, I love flying. The best sleep I get is on planes.
Really?
Yeah, I like sleeping very uncomfortably.
Okay.
Like I don't know why being uncomfortable is comfortable to me, if that makes sense. Like
I feel
it. Like I mean, people who are listening to the podcast, you guys can't see it, but Briss from Briss Life is over in the corner of the room. I think he's sleeping.
He is sleeping.
Yeah. He's on the couch.
Desi low key sleeping too.
Yeah. Oh, is he? Where is he?
Right behind you.
Oh my God.
we put him to sleep.
Yeah, this is actually hilarious. And they're like, we don't want to hear about this. What's all this talk about depression? Like, no, but like the way so you see the way Chris is sleeping, right?
Yeah.
He's on a long couch. He could lie down, but he's not lying down. He's sitting straight up, but then like just doing like a 90-degree turn. That's actually more comfortable to me than lying down. Yeah.
I'm not the same.
Yeah. And like there's something about like I love the feeling when like the plane takes off and you're like,
that was awful. It was awful. Like they were going so fast. I was like, are we supposed to be going this fast? This is insane. But
how did you get through it? Because I know, so in that video, and you know this, I feel like I bring this up because I hope that, you know, I've got issues too. And I hope that like talking about your issues and you know, obviously that's why you did it as well. It helps other people. You know what I mean?
That's what I think. I always try to do that on my channel. I'm always like, okay, no one cares about this stupid shit I'm going through. But then I'm like, okay, well, like if even just like 2 or 3 people have the same feeling, then they could know. And it just to start a conversation about it, like even in the comment section or people. I don't know.
So like, how did you deal with it? Like, what was?
I downloaded some apps on my phone, some breathing apps. I did some like I just looked up. Some of my friends told me like different ways to breathe and like just to calm down. I was chewing gum the whole time, just focusing on like each time you chew, and like it was just
distracting your brain.
Yeah, I was really just trying to focus on every little thing that wasn't flying. And I got through it pretty well. It was okay. Once I got up in the air, I was actually like feeling okay, which was good.
Have you ever taken melatonin before?
I used to take it to fall asleep, but not anymore. But I brought melatonin with me just in case, but I didn't take it. So.
What I always do before a plane ride, not because I have anxiety or anything, just because I'm like, I want to be bored. I don't want to just sit there. I want to be asleep. What I do is like maybe an hour before the plane ride, I'll just bosh like some ZZ Quill, and then just like because ZZ Quill is heavier than melatonin, because melatonin, depending on the brand, it's quote unquote natural. So it's not like chemical stuff. But ZZ Quill, I assume, is chemical stuff because it's the same brand as NyQuil. But it just makes you drowsy as hell, and then you just fall asleep.
That sounds nice.
But do you? I mean, it's such a random, weird thing to bring up, but do you have any other like things that bring you anxiety in your life?
I don't like really I had no problems with anything up until that I had that panic attack with the flight. I'm so cool with like performing and like talking in front of people. Like that's completely fine. Like
that's actually really interesting.
I grew up like hosting assemblies, and I would like, and I do stuff like in front of people, and I was very like used to that. So that's completely fine to me. Like it wasn't until a couple of years ago I could not like engage in a serious conversation. I just got so nervous to like make eye contact and like just like be super serious. If someone was like,
why?
Like I don't know, like if my mom was trying to talk to me like on an emotional level, I would just be like so scared. I just would not like. But I completely got over it. I got over it when I went through that breakup. And like
how did the breakup help you get over it?
Because it forced me to just be okay with like having these like serious in-depth like emotional talks and like looking in the person's eyes. And so like I can talk to like, well now I can do both, but before I could talk to 1,000 people at once and it'd be fine. But having a one-on-one conversation with someone like I care about, it would be so nerve-wracking, which is, I guess, but I feel better about it now.
I can relate to that. I think I noticed, I think a long time ago that if I actually ever like somebody, I don't like meet eyes with them. Or like even if it's just like having a conversation with a friend or whatever, I don't engage eyes with that. I think there's like that level of intimacy that I just find really uncomfortable.
That's how I was, but I guess I'm fine now. I'm okay now, but it was tough at first.
So then this passion for music you have, where did that start? Is it something you always had, or is it
no, I started like 2.5 years ago. Just like so random. I always loved listening to music. I mean, who doesn't love listening to music?
I mean, people with no taste.
So but I just downloaded GarageBand because I got a MacBook for school. Because we were supposed to get MacBooks for school, so I downloaded one, and then my friend was like, "Oh, do you have GarageBand?" I was like, "Oh, what's that?" And then he showed me, and then like I started making just little beats just with my keyboard, like my computer keyboard. And I was like, "This is like so much fun." Like so much fun. And then it grew from there. I just like started making beats, and I made beats for like a year without doing any of the rapping part. And then I was like, "Oh, let's try all that." And now here I am. But I could not imagine my life without music now. But before it was like not even a part of my life like 3 years ago. So I'm
envious.
I don't know.
I wish I could make beats.
I'm sure you could. Anybody could.
I don't know.
They just need to practice.
I'm at the point where I'm like, I'm too old to learn new things.
No, you're not. No, not at all. Especially producing music. You can do that at any age.
Oh my God.
Always.
That's exactly what I interviewed someone who produced some songs for Luna's new album.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And she said the same thing, and I'm like,
it's true.
No,
there's no age where you should be like.
Sure, but I'm just old, and like I'm just
music's
so tired.
Actually the thing. I was reading about it. Like that's the one thing where if you're like any age, you can learn an instrument at the same pace of anybody else, or you can learn doing something. Yeah, so like an 80-year-old woman can learn playing the piano just as quickly as like a 16-year-old girl. Yeah, it was really cool. It's like the one thing that people. Like their minds can pick up on.
Unless you're like fucking a genius, right? Unless you're like fucking Mozart. Yeah.
But it was really, So go for it if you want to do it. That's like, if you want to do something, you should just do it. Honestly.
I mean, when I was in high school, I had like small fantasies of wanting to like just make music. I made one shitty song, I think in like FL Studio once. Just using like loops and shit.
Was it fun though?
It was fun, but then it was just like fucking embarrassing. You know what I mean?
I'm sure it was all right. It wasn't too bad.
I was in high school, so like immediately it means I had bad taste.
That's a lot. Well, how many years ago was that? High school? 10? 9?
I'm trying to do math. 14 years. I'm 27.
We were 13?
I was like 13. No, oh wait, that's not.
Yeah,
right. I was maybe 15 or 16.
12 years ago. 11
yeah,
years
15.
Ago.
Yeah, 15 or 16, something like that. Yeah, but I've always had a fantasy of wanting to rap and become a rapper.
Go for it.
And
absolutely.
I've always wanted my rapper name.
What would it be?
To be a pun called Gouda garments.
Gouda garments.
Yes. Just I don't know why. Like Gouda as in the cheese.
Yes.
And garments as in like underwear.
Cheese garments.
Yeah. So like, I don't know why. Like the name Gouda garments has always
it rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it rolls off the tongue, and so like I always thought like it'd be funny if like all my albums.
Yeah.
If the titles of the albums was some kind of cheese. And some kind of article of clothing.
That's funny.
So like
that's
my
very niche.
like so it's like my rapper name would be Gouda Garment.
Yeah.
And my debut album is called Cheese and Panties.
There you go.
Just for no reason. I don't know why.
That's a very niche thing. And
yeah.
You would definitely be the first one to do that.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, it'd be weird, but yeah.
I'd support you.
Hello, hi. People are interrupting our podcast. No, I'm just kidding. So, you know. I'm really inspired by, you know, the reason I started this podcast is because, you know, like you were talking about earlier, it's like you can only diversify with reactions so much.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like people also don't really understand how this community works and what our lives are like at a certain point. You know, I saw one post maybe a couple months ago saying like, oh, people just use reactions to get an audience and then they just stop making reactions, making an excuse that it's not creative anymore. And they just use us to get an audience and do it for the views, and then they just move on. And I'm like, it's not necessarily the case. You know, it's like Danny from DKDK TV said it, where he said at a certain point, they stopped seeing us as people. And like, I feel like
it's really like, it's just, I don't know. I could talk about it for a while. It's like, they're just these people who just want to see themselves in other people. They just want to see a similar reaction. They're not like, oh, I love, you know, like this person, like some people do, like, and that's the people who stay for the other stuff, like your actual fans, if they really have an interest in you. But some people just want to come and see like this person react the way that they want them to.
So that's the thing. So the person who organized our meet and greet event, I mean, bless her, she did it for free. She put in so much of her own time. But she said something that did bother me, where we got over 500 people. And, you know, from the beginning, she's kept saying, like, I want thousands of people to come to this. I'm like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And then, like, at the end, she's like, you know what? On a personal level, I was disappointed in this. Yeah. And I was like, wow, that's, like, really insulting. But, like, what it's like, she does not work in the YouTube world. And specifically the K-pop reaction world is so different. Because any other YouTube channel, like let's say Shane Dawson, David Dobrik, even if we're moving away from like American, like let's say like Asian YouTubers like Wong Fu or whatever, they subscribe because they like those they like those people and those personalities and the type of content they make. Reactions are so specific. Where some people just like, they don't really care about you. They care about the reaction.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And like whatever, fuck it, I'm gonna talk shit about Sming. Like, even like Sming, you're not with Sming anymore.
No, I'm so done with that.
I heard about like how it all went down. This is interesting.
They're like, I can't.
But even like Sming is like, hey, you have X amount of subscribers. You should be able to pull in this amount of people into your live streams. And I think what people don't understand is, of those people, like, I think we're different from like other YouTubers where like we have even less people that actually care.
Exactly.
Because like I think the rule with like most YouTubers is like, if at least 1/4 of your audience still watches, then you're doing well. But like K-pop reactions are so different.
Because like it depends. Like obviously you put out like a BTS video. And it might get,
it'll do well.
300,000
but like
views.
In terms of like all of your content, right? In general, most of your content, like I feel like so little people actually care about your personality. And like it's the hopes that when you keep doing reactions, people will eventually actually like you and stick around for the other stuff. But you do see other people who just like, they're just there for the reactions and it's just like, that's it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like really impressed that you were able to transition successfully, you know, and have content that is non-reactions, even non-K-pop. And people are still there, you know?
I'm trying, like I do, it's probably like, I don't know, 50-50 now with non-K-pop and some K-pop stuff. Because I do like K-pop. Yeah. I do. But it's not my favorite thing in life. Like I started making content about it because I liked it and no one else I knew liked it. Yeah. So, but there's like so many different things in my life that I love even more than K-pop. So.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like, because, you know, I had really high praise for this album. Mm-hmm. I was talking about like how like, you know, I think this is kind of like something we need in rap music right now. Like, I think this album is like, it's a little bit transformative. It's artistic. It kind of blends between like, it's not shallow, you know, it's got heart to it. And then, you know, I feel like it's crazy to say, but I think a YouTuber's album is something, you know, we need in the music scene right now. And then, you know, just like, it's the nature of the internet, right? You say a compliment about anyone, someone will come and they'll be like, no.
Yeah,
you know, and then some people were like, "No, don't say that."
Yeah, exactly.
You know, don't say, we don't need more of this. You know, don't. Some people were like, "Don't encourage him."
Yeah,
you know, I'm like, what the fuck? First of all, like, get a life.
Yeah,
right, get a life. But also that, like, that's what I'm trying to point out. I feel like people think like, oh, DKDK is no longer doing reactions. You know, they sold out.
Yeah,
you know, or like, Cameron Phillip is no longer doing reactions. He's like, he just used his audience to like, you know, build an audience or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think people understand that you guys are people. Yeah, we are people. And like, we kind of can't do the same thing forever.
Exactly.
I think people don't understand that like, at our core, we're all weird fucking people.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be, I read a comment somewhere, or it was from another YouTube video. Someone said, think about it. You have to be kind of a weird fucking person to think, yeah, I'm going to sit down in front of my camera and talk into it for like 20 minutes and put it on the internet. You know, like we wanted something different in our lives. That's why we started YouTube.
Yeah.
So I think it goes to say like, of course, we can't keep doing the same thing on our channel.
Yeah.
Because eventually we still want to do something different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I wanted to fight those people and
I feel you.
Yeah, defend.
People are just stupid sometimes.
Yeah, defend you and DKDK TV or like anyone who's like saying like, you know, reactors. Because there's two complaints. There's, reactors are just doing it for the views and the money.
Yeah.
Which is
it is forever the dumbest statement of all time.
Which is the dumbest thing
The money I make is never on reaction.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Never ever.
Yeah. And the second being like, people just use reactions to get famous and then they just and I'm sure that happens, but like
I definitely happens.
But like I like having these podcasts and these one-on-one conversations and looking you in the eye, because then maybe people can like, I don't know, people can like understand you and see you. Like, you know, I feel like there was a time where I saw a lot of like negative stuff on Twitter about like, I feel like it goes through phases. Like I see a lot of negative stuff about Briss for a time on Twitter, and then negative stuff about you. Right now, DKDK TV is the hot news.
They really,
they get canceled like every week.
It's funny how they egg it on so much. And
I find that really impressive.
Yeah,
I find like that's something I could never do. You know, those comments get to me really hard.
Yeah,
but they just like they stoke the flames.
It's funny.
Maybe you weren't there for the meeting, that part of the meet and greet. DKDK TV, they were recently sort of accused by another YouTuber. She said she didn't name them by name, but the insinuation was that it was them.
Yeah.
She said that there are these two big male YouTubers in Korea that tried to kind of like indoctrinate her into a cult.
Oh my god.
You know, like for like Christians or whatever. And like she's like, should I make an expose video? And people were like assuming it was DKDK by the way she described it.
Yeah.
And instead of like denying it, instead of saying like, no, that's not us, that's ridiculous, Danny goes like, who wants to join the Jesus gang? You know what I mean? Like it's
funny.
It's so bold. So you know, that's like one of the last things I wanted to touch on. Like how do negative comments affect you? Like
when I first like got negative comments, like the first thing that anyone ever like exposed me on, I guess, was someone cut together a 2-minute video of every time I didn't like a girl group song.
Oh, you talked about this recently. Yeah.
So So they would like every time I didn't like something that a girl group did, they cut it in 2 minutes to make it look like I just like hated girl groups. Yeah. So then I got like this whole meninist thing, like he hates girls, all this stuff. Yeah. And I love girls.
Oh no, now you're canceled. You said you love, now you're a pervert. You know.
No, but like especially, and I remember counting recently, like I actually like more girl groups now than boy groups. I think at one point it was maybe like around the same.
Yeah, it was on the same. Yeah, but
now
I
girl
agree.
Groups are just, there's so many good girl groups
this year. They're killing it this year, man.
Yeah.
But what's a girl group that's like really doing it for you this year?
I just found Everglow, and I was like, who produced the song? And like everything about it was just like and ITZY was like there. I love Dalla Dalla, and there I could go on. FX is still my favorite. Like FX is my favorite girl group of all time, and I love them so much.
It's
and
like,
I just
when will they be back?
They're never coming back, man. But like their music is so sick. There's just so many. I feel like girl groups stylistically, there's such different ways that so many different girl groups can go. Like I don't know. I really, anyway. Yeah. But the whole hate thing. Yeah. Like,
wow, that was a huge tangent. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm completely fine with it now. Like, I just had to train myself to think, yeah, okay, like a shit ton of people hate you, but it does not affect me. Like, all these other people who like me and enjoy my stuff, like, and my friends and my family, those are the people I care about. Yeah. Those are the people that, you know, I value. Yeah. I don't ever value anybody who hates me or dislikes me for this reason or people, when people like hate on me, they definitely like, they'll see something. Like I've obviously, like I'm a human being. I've made tons of mistakes in my life. Like I always make mistakes. I'm an idiot, but I always try to be like the best person I can be. Yeah. So like people always that hate on me, they're always like, they just see something and then they roll with it. Yeah. And they never take the time to actually understand the person that I am. So why would I care about what they think? You know. Yeah. Basically, it's just like you got to train yourself to think, I don't care about you. Just not care. It's easy to say, oh, don't care about them. But at first it's like, oh, why doesn't this person like me? Like that's like upsetting. Yeah. But you just got to be like, okay, these people have no value in my life. Like I'm gonna put my energy and my emotion into people that I care about and people that care about me. So that's a good way to deal with it. Yeah. That was
really difficult to grasp with me at first. And you know, someone when I was first going through it, you know, it was hard to kind of, I guess it's really hard to comprehend people hating you. Yeah, it's weird. For not knowing you. Like, even though they don't know you. Yeah. For like no fucking reason. I mean, they have a reason, right? Yeah. But it's either a misconstrued reason or it's like, maybe it's true. Yeah. Maybe whatever it is true, but you're like, maybe it's an old thing that's dug up. It's like, but I'm not that person anymore. Exactly, and it's like, I learned from it. And people almost act like they're all perfect. Like they're all high and mighty. Yeah. And what's been helping me, I could never kind of ignore it and not care, because for me, I looked at it from like a very big world perspective. I was like, I want to ignore, but then what does that mean about humanity? That we're these people that just like send despicable, hateful stuff. It just made me sad. Not just because they were saying terrible things about me, but because they had so much hate and vitriol. You know, I've had people like say like they just like did not like me, and I was like, you know, what you said was a complete lie, and you know that it's a complete lie. Are you willing to lie just to tear me down? And they would just be like, yes, absolutely. And I'm just like, I can't believe humanity's like that. Yeah, you know? People are just. And I think there was a hypocritical nature to that, because because I come from a film background and I like writing and stuff like that. It was one time after I watched a certain movie, people are always in love with villains when it comes to like dramas and movies, and people who are flawed, people who have committed murder and done like the worst things. Yeah. But in real life, like they always like cheer them on for redemption. Yeah. But I don't know why they don't offer that in real life. Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? I've never understood that. But like, I feel like when things really changed for me was honestly last year when I met, it was KCON that really changed my life. When I met you and the others, and like So I don't know if we could. So like, it's not like public information yet, but and maybe I'll delay putting this out. But like, Briss, me, Roseanne, and Desi, we're like all trying to start something. We're trying to like start a collective together, like to sort of like I feel like people like us, we don't communicate enough. Like, there's not enough like camaraderie going on, even though we're all going through the same things and stuff like that. And I was really feeling it last year. I mean, he's not even on the podcast, but he's like right there, so it reminded me of it. There was that big thing, do you remember, with like Internet's Nathan and like or Terry TV and like Briss, and like there was that whole conflict, right? And everyone feels one way or another, you know. And you know, I knew Internet's Nathan, but I didn't know Briss at the time. And I was talking to Nathan. I was like, "Yo, this is gonna be weird," because Nathan was hosting a panel, and
that Briss was on.
And Briss was on it, and I was on it, and I was not involved. But just looking at it, I'm like, "This is gonna be weird." You guys made like these videos about each other. And then Briss just went up to Nathan, and he was like, "Hey, man, you know, let's just like forget about it. Let's just put it behind us, and let's just move forward." And I'm paraphrasing, but that was generally what he said. And they just kind of like, you know, they did the dude like thing, and then they like, you know, they chest bumped and like they hugged it out, and I was like, wow, it's like watching like the UN like meeting come to fruition. It was like watching peace talks happen right before my eyes. And that's what really, I feel like, since then my brain's been like, I feel like there's no community.
Like it was, I had a similar thing. Like I met Terry TV at the KCON. He just made that like huge exposing video. And I was just like, went up to him, I was like, "Hey, what's up? Like, it's nice to meet you. I'm Cam. I hope we can be chill."
It's that high road shit, you know. It's that high road shit. And it's like, I think once everyone kind of understands, oh, we're all fucking people, right? It's like, then it's just like, oh, you know, no, if you just say no hard feeling, like, I feel like the older you get, it's easier to forgive people because like you get shit on enough so much, you know, but we're all people. And then once we like actually talk it out, you realize, oh, this is kind of like high school drama bullshit, you know?
It's all so dumb.
And it's because like you kind of don't know anyone.
Exactly.
Yeah, you kind of don't know anyone, and you're it's easier to hate someone you don't know. Right? And then once you start talking to people, I feel like that's what's been missing. You know, the K-pop community itself is so divided. I felt like YouTubers shouldn't be so divided either.
No, it's
you know,
dumb.
but then there's no like community, there's no like portal, but like if you look at like Western YouTubers, they have like all these YouTubers that are regularly friends. They appear in each other's vlogs and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know, like the K YouTuber community kind of needs something like that. They kind of need like, and I feel like it would also be like something of like a role model type thing where if fans see, you know, YouTubers being pals and like being nice to each other and kind to each other, maybe that could, you know, change
rub
things.
off on them.
So before we wrap this up, I wanted to ask, like, are you like, is there anything about your channel that's gonna be like K related anymore? Because like obviously your music is, you know, your music, it's in English and whatnot, and then you have your vlogs, but and then obviously you have your BTS dubs video, which are so popular. Like, what are your plans with your channel? Like, what's the future in store for Cameron in the next few years?
I have like a lot of rap battles written out, so I already have.
Aren't rap battles supposed to be non-scripted?
But like I have a coming out. It'll be out probably by the time this is out. It's a BTS rap battle. So it's like epic rap battles. You know what I mean? But just
shit. Okay, I'll put it out after you put it out because that's immediate. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting idea.
So it's like that, but basically K-pop related. So the first one I did was BTS rap line, and then I was doing like Hyuna and Edom versus Cube. And then like, so all these different things where I can just really bump up the production quality.
Wow, I kind of hate you right now. That's fucking ingenious. Yeah, holy shit.
There's all different like things I can do. So it's a way to mix making music and like K-pop stuff as well.
Wow, but I can tell you that shit's already gonna blow up. Holy crap. I
hope it does, yeah.
I'm looking at all you guys right now and like I'm becoming severely annoyed and I'm getting like content creator envy. Like I look at you produce new music. And I wasn't sure where you were gonna go with your YouTube channel, and now you say this shit. I'm like, fuck.
There's that, and then like I love like just making little vlogs and stuff, and just random videos. Like, but I think I'll always do some K-pop stuff here and there. Yeah. But I think the bulk is always just whatever I feel like I'm doing, just stuff that. You know, I like doing BTS stuff here and there, and like, but it's kind of just whatever I'm feeling. And if I come up with a new idea and I want to do it, then I just go for it. Yeah. But it's like I'll still always do probably K-pop stuff here and there, you know, just because I have a general interest in it. Yeah.
And then lastly, how I want to start like kind of ending all my podcasts, you know, is I want to ask people, what's, you know, the channel's called Form of Therapy. You know, what's your form of therapy? Like what? At the end of the hard day, you know, after let's say working, producing music, writing music, you know, what is like the thing you like to do to unwind and relax and kind of take the edge off? You know?
I love playing video games.
Really?
I love playing because I have my one friend Lucas, who I mentioned earlier. Yeah. We both work very hard during the day.
Yeah, yeah.
And at night, we always usually just chill around the same time, and we're like, oh, you want to play Apex Legends? And we'll be like, it's just nice to hang out with a friend and just relax. And but I watch like movies religiously. Like I went to school for film.
You watch movies religiously?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I love film so much, and I love like just some TV show. Like I'm obsessed with like Game of Thrones and like very like I just love film and stuff. So I watch a lot of films.
Wow.
Before I go to bed. It's really just
wow. What are like some of your favorite films of all time?
Ever? Yeah. My favorite film ever is called The Invention of Lying.
Oh, really?
Ricky Gervais. Yeah.
I've seen that movie. It was all right, but
I love that movie so much. I think the concept is so good.
Yeah.
The fact, like, just the concept of no one ever lying before, and this one dude who just comes up. Yeah. I absolutely love that movie. And there's tons of there's movies like that I love that are so good and so with a great storyline. Yeah. And then like there's Endgame and like things like in the Marvel universe where I'm like how like the way they make those movies. Everything about them, I love them. Yeah. So there's just so many different types of film to love. So it's very easy to just watch and enjoy it.
So movies and video games.
Yeah, it's a very stereotypical way to relax.
But you know, it's your way.
And well, usually during the day. But if I feel so stressed during the day, I'll just go for a walk. So once again very stereotypical. Just being outside is because sometimes when you're making music and videos so much.
Okay, yeah, I know where you're going with this. Yeah,
you're just like locked inside a room for like the whole day, and then you're like you forget like, oh, just walk outside. And it's beautiful out.
Yeah, being a YouTuber, you kind of don't need to leave your house.
Yeah.
So it's like I think if I go out like once every few days, when I go out, even if it's like to throw out trash, I go like, oh, it's nice out. Exactly. Yeah, like why don't I come out more?
That's exactly. I'm like, oh my god, it's really nice out. Like, I should like be outside.
Yeah, yeah. Like I hired my sister as my editor, and so she lives with me now. But she's like a super hermit. She's more of a hermit than me. And sometimes I'm just like, okay, we got to go grocery shopping for like, we buy like a couple weeks worth of food. Yeah. And then I'm just like, she's like, okay. And I'm like, you need to come with me. You have not left the house in I don't know how long. And I'm just like, this is bad for you. You need sunlight. You need vitamin D. Like, so yeah, that's a good suggestion. I think earlier in the meet and greet, someone asked, you know, what is advice you have for like a starting YouTuber? Yeah. And I basically told them, fucking get used to not sleeping.
Yeah, you have to work really hard. Yeah. You also, people don't realize this. Yeah. That you have to be lucky too. Like you really do have to be lucky. I think it's very hard to really just make it off base. Like it's so hard to grow your channel from the start. The start's always the most hard part because you need to find people have an interest in your channel. It's very, because
that's the hard part, because like it's just a random ecosphere.
Exactly.
And like it has to be a bit of luck of like the algorithm suggesting you enough. Exactly. But also like your niche has to be interesting enough that you even get suggested. Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah. But I think if you just I always say don't do what you think people want to see. Yeah, you don't do what you want to do, because even if you want to make something, like if you're like, oh, like people like these type of videos, I'm gonna make this type of video. Like if you make something that you really want to make, it's gonna translate in the video. Like people are gonna see that you're enjoying it. People are gonna enjoy the video more. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if many people know this. When I started doing reactions, it wasn't me on the channel. I had a cast. It was almost like a BuzzFeed type thing where it was like a cast of people. Yeah. And you know, I think in the second month, I got like 10,000 subs in like less than a month. Yeah. And I was like really excited. I'm like, wow, it's like a huge number. And then for like the next year and a half, even though I got 10,000 subs in like a month, it took me then another year to get 10,000 subs. Wow. And then like I'd been doing it for like 2.5 years or something like that. And I only had 20K subs, and I was like kind of losing. I was burning out. Yeah. Not just burning out, but I was losing hope. Yeah. You know, there's no money in any of this. Yeah. And it's just like people aren't really watching it. Yeah. And I was like kind of feeling down. And then I met React to the K at KCON, and they're all a bunch of like music students. Yeah. And they're all like super fucking nerdy. And I mean that in a huge compliment. Like literally we were having dinner, and we were coming out of dinner, and like literally just like classical music is playing on the escalator. Yeah. And they all start arguing over like who the composer is. Is it Bach or like whatever? I just saw that and I was like, oh, I get it. That's why they have 200K subs. Yeah. It's because like I was smiling just watching them. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit. I had like a weird moment of clarity where I was like almost watching myself. I was like, holy shit. Like it's because they're just nerdy and they're passionate about. So my idea was, I was like, I'm gonna just like start over, find a new cast who would be passionate about K-pop. And you know, but I also knew like if you don't make any content, your channel's gonna die. So I was like, I'll just upload videos myself in the meantime until I find a new cast. But then
you're the cast.
And that took off because like I was being passionate.
Exactly.
And so I think that's why I think your transition was so well done, because I think people can see like you genuinely love music, and like you genuinely like what you're doing. Yes. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel shallow. It doesn't feel like a money grab. Yeah. It doesn't feel like, obviously I'm sure it's nice to be able to monetize more of your videos now. Yeah. Yeah. But it doesn't feel like that, you know? Yeah. Like it doesn't feel like you ditched it just because you weren't able to monetize reactions, you know? So yeah. Cameron, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
This was an enlightening conversation. It was wonderful. You know, this is like the first real conversation we've really had.
Yeah, because there's always people around.
And there's always people around, and like, you know, we only met like briefly last year at KCON New York, and so like when I heard you were coming, I'm like, well, I've always really wanted to get to know Cameron and kind of like understand how his brain works and how he kind of ticks. I thought, well, shit, I feel like everyone should get to know that. So yeah. Anyways, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you for watching this episode of Therapy Sessions, and we'll be back next week. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Oof. Oh boy. Oh boy. Wow, it's exactly 6:50. We are 10 minutes over time. Let me grab you a lift. Oh shit, do I want to go? Oh fuck.